Hello, marketing class. This is Mrs. Lamphere. I'm going to talk to you about the final assignment that you have coming up this week for marketing. Last assignment of the year. Woohoo! So how this works is basically you're going to, for the final assignment A, it just has you brainstorming with a few questions. So it says click on the review link, and this brings you back to Marketing 1, Section 8, Lesson 1, where it talks about business or different trends and that you've noticed that you think you could make a business opportunity out of. So if you want to refer back to that lesson, that would be great. Just kind of a good refresher for you. And then make a list of, it says describe 3 trends you've noticed, either demographic, invention, technology, lifestyle, style, entertainment, and explain how each one might generate a small business opportunity. Explain how each one might generate a small business. So don't just list ideas. You need to tell me why they would be good ideas. And then it says make a list of 3 business ideas you would be interested in starting as an entrepreneur. Then explain, there's that explain word again, which one you think is the best opportunity for you. Give at least 3 reasons why this opportunity is better than the others. Okay, so that part's pretty simple. And then if we go down to final assignment B, this is where you are putting together your marketing plan for that business idea. So don't get overwhelmed yet because it walks you through this marketing plan step by step. So I'm going to give the example that I decided to start a business that creates wedding programs and invitations and party invitations and things like that because I do that anyways. So if I really wanted to start a business out of it, I would need to do my market research. So in my marketing plan, I'm going to show my research for the overall market, definitions of market segments, description of specific target market. So for me, in my wedding invitations, I'm going to definitions of market segments. So I'm going to be looking at and then description of specific target market. So I'm going to be probably knowing weddings. They're usually planned mostly by the bride. Bride's probably average in age between 24 and 30, so that's probably going to be my target market age group. Female. Looking like I'll probably do some keywords of like wedding searches, maybe buy some Google AdWords, but I need to find out exactly what the market is that I'm going to be aiming for. So then it also says your industry should include trends, economic changes, the factors that could affect your market. So I might talk a little bit about the economy has gone down. Maybe people aren't spending as much on weddings anymore these days. What are some trends? After doing some research, a lot of people like to add photos to their wedding invitations. And then what other factors can affect that market? Okay, let's see what else. Product description. So this is going to be a good detailed description of what it is that you plan to offer. So let's see, describes the features of the products and the benefits for the people in your market. Discuss the needs, desires, fears of your market. So mine could probably be with wedding invitations. A lot of people don't know how to use those programs to make wedding invitations. Maybe they're not creative enough to make them themselves, so they want to rely on someone else to do all that work for them. And this is probably where I would also talk about, well, let me see down here. Okay, yeah, so with my product information, this could be something, for instance, I can have like different packages available. Maybe I do wedding invites and wedding programs and thank yous as one big package. Maybe I just do invites and programs as an optional package, or just invites, or just programs. So this would also be where you would describe the different offers that you have with your business. Competition analysis is where you're going to look at, okay, who else is out there doing the same type of thing, and how are you going to set yourself apart from the competition. So look at your indirect competitors, your direct competitors, and competitive advantages that your product or your company will have over those competitors, and so on. Brand image goals. This section you're going to describe your company's current brand image and as perceived by your customers and potential customers. So obviously you don't have this company yet, or at least most of you don't. So describe the goal that, or the image that you hope your brand or company has. And then describe the marketing position, the market positioning you want to achieve. Um, how do you want your product to be positioned in people's minds, particularly in comparison to your competitors? So maybe I want to shoot for the less expensive and hit that bride on a budget demographic, and so that's where I would be I would describe that in my image goals. Financial goals: set measurable marketing goals over a specific period of time. So maybe you hope to reach 100 clients your first year, and you want to be able to bump that up to 200 customers your second year. Whatever types of financial goals. And then talk specifically about maybe units that you're selling of your product. Other marketing goals: what else do you want to measure? You may want to measure improvements in customer satisfaction, find out ways customers are more satisfied. Maybe you could find ways to better reach your market demographics. So maybe you mention new marketing schemes that you want to try. Maybe the first year you just kind of wing it to see how many people are interested. The next year you start purchasing Google AdWords, or placing ads in the newspaper, or making commercials, whatever it is for your product. Then what's your marketing message? Okay, what message do you want to communicate to your target market? Again, this is probably where I would reinstate. Maybe I want to be the hit that bride on a budget target market, and have my invites a little less expensive than most to meet that need. Pricing. So again, that's where I'm going to talk about the materials. I'm going to have to do some math and price it out, what it costs for me to make and print a wedding invite, and then kind of calculate those costs. We did this in the last in the Marketing 1 class, and I think even in section 1 of this class when we talked about pricing and selling. So review that information where it talks about what factors you need to consider and how to gauge what to charge with your products. Promotional strategies. Okay, how are you going to get your message out to the public? This is obviously a big point section, because I want to know what you're going to do to publicize your business, your company, your product, whatever it is you're selling or doing. So you should have several different advertising methods. Describe in detail which methods you will use, what their content will consist of. Let's see, timelines for when you want to put these strategies into action, and so on and so forth. So again, it's walking you step by step through putting this marketing plan together. So it is a lot of work, but you do have a whole week and 2 days to work on this. So get to work. Let me know if you have any questions. And again, review some of that material from last section. I have that link here in this assignment A. If you want to look at it, it's just it just kind of touches on business opportunities that we discussed in the first section of marketing, and trends that you can pick up on. A lot of you had some great ideas anyways, so, or if you want to review old assignments and use an idea that you already had, by all means feel free to do that. So again, this is your final assignment for marketing, so I expect some effort to be put into it. Let me know if you have any questions.